it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and I have an April planner stack for you. This is a big old giant pile of planners. We're going to walk through what each one of them is for, and quite a few of them are just going to be weekly rotation planners. I'll use a few of these in rotation, like one week I'll use one week I'll use a different one, and it'll work like that. But I'm going to walk through the whole rundown here, and I also want to do a quick shout out. I really like this ColourPop lip. This is an ultra matte lip from ColourPop, and it's called Most Likely To. I don't know that I've worn this on camera in a while, and I put it on, I was like, dang, I really like this color. And it's really nice, it's like very thin, so it doesn't feel like it's really caked on my lips, and it just feels comfortable. I like it. I will be getting more ColourPop ones. So yeah, quick shout out. I'll stick that in the description box if I can find a link for it. Anyway, let's go ahead and walk down my list. I've got a few tried and true ones, and then I've got quite a few that are gonna just be in rotation. We're first gonna talk about the ones that I will rotate out as either daily or weekly planners. First up, I have this mini journal. This is from Huppin' and Chub Girl, but it's basically just a dot grid mini journal, and it could be a bullet journal. I have an Archer and Olive I could use in the same way. That's A5. It's just dot grid. And I had so much fun playing around with this, and I used it as a daily planner this last like basically 2 weeks. I used it as a daily planner. I'm trying to open my page to something that's already been kind of filled out, but I just stickered these up with some of the cute little Huppin' and Chub Girl stickers, and then made my list. And it's kind of like how people use the daily pages in a Hobonichi. So I really like it. I'm definitely going to still be dabbling with this one from day to day. Whenever I feel like having a daily planner, I'll sticker this up and make it look super cutesy. That one's just been a really fun addition this last couple of weeks. And as far as a weekly planner, I've got quite a few options here to choose from, and I picked some options with vertical columns in mind because of the stickers that I used in this one are vertical column type stickers. They fit in these vertical columns, so I went through, pulled out some old ones that I will repurpose or ones that are undated. So with that in mind, I have some vertical planners to pull out. So I have an undated vertical planner. This one happened to be from last year, but it's basically done the same way this year. I just got a vertical undated planner from Makselife, and these were 6-month undated planners. I have taken the cover off. I did not like the covers they had last year, but the covers this year are much better. So I just ripped off the cover and put this Limelife cover on there. I have quite a few covers from Limelife, and the 7x9 coils that Makselife uses fit the Limelife planner covers, but they don't fit the Erin Condren ones. They're one of these coils off. So that's just something to note. The 7x9s fit the Limelife covers if you want to remove the covers and use your own interchangeable covers. And Limelife has some really cute bright covers if you're interested. I just have a few from a long time ago that I stuck on here, and then one other planner also in my stack has one. I'm just going to be playing around with the vertical columns as like a weekly planner sometime. Just vertical columns, and the sticker kits that I bought fit really nicely in these. That's why I had that one in the stack. And also I pulled out an Erin Condren hourly. So this is an Erin Condren cover on here, but it's the same kind of thing. It's a vertical column planner that happens to fit those stickers really nicely. So this is an old one. I think this one ended in, 2022. The dates are all wrong, but I can totally repurpose and cover up the dates and use it however I want. So I just wanted to dabble with those stickers. So I have the hourly to play around with too. Now I don't actually have one of the 3-section vertical Erin Condren planners. I just don't have one like that, and I don't anticipate purchasing one at this point, but if I get one in a collab or something from Erin Condren, I'll use it. But I thought this one would work because it does have lines. I won't really use the hourly on here, but I will use the lines. So I'm happy with those two. They'll go in my weekly rotation. And then I pulled out 2 other planners to use as weekly planners because I've been just really itching to test them out. I have the Sprouted planner, which I think is gorgeous. I love the daily and the weekly in this. So I just wanted to play around with this one more week and see what I can come up with. I just love the layout of this. It's got the weekly page. It's got like a weekly dashboard page right next to it. And I just think I'll have a lot of fun playing around with this one during this month. So that one's also in the lineup for a weekly spread. And then my last weekly planner I have is a plum paper planner, and this one started in January. I used it a little bit here and there as like a to-do list thing in the beginning of January, but it is plum paper planner's version of a grid style layout. So it's got 4 days per page, and then the last one happens to be a to-do list on there since there's 8 squares. But I really like the way they did this. When I was using the Erin Condren Compact Vertical basically all of last year since it came out, I ended up highlighting the first 2 lines to copy this planner. This is the planner that I was copying, and I just love this layout. They call theirs grid with lines. They also have the same one without the lines, but of course I'm a lines girl, I need the lines. But this is one of their hardcovers. I reviewed this Actually, I reviewed all of these planners over the years, so I'll try to link to all those reviews and walkthroughs for you guys. But this is one I haven't really tested out a whole lot, and I just love it. I love the florals. You can see there's a florals thing. We've got florals on the sprouted. I've got florals on some of the other planners coming up in this stack, and then florals on this hardcover, which is just gorgeous. So I want to use this one for a week, and I may end up being in a situation where I use this just as like my daily to-do listing and just use it kind of as a daily planner and not really set up my whole week in this one, like set up my whole week in this one, have it all lined up, and then just use this for to-do listing, that kind of thing. So I may end up using it in that way, but I just love this one. Beautiful. Their hardcovers are great. You guys know I have it right over here because I use it all the time. I am using a hardcover plum paper planner for my fitness planner this year. So I've been using this hardcover one all year long, and I love it. I just think it's gorgeous. The hardcovers are really, really nice, and I'm hooked. I just love, love, love those. So it's over here, not really in my like new planner stack, but it's still a part of the stack because I use it every day for fitness. And then speaking in the same kind of realm, fitness, wellness, I finally got to dive into my wellness planner. This is an Agendio, but I put a Lime Life cover on it. Again, it fits the Lime Life covers perfectly because it's one coil short of the Erin Condren 7x9s. But I really like this one. I set up these pages and I walked in depth, reviewed this, but these are the daily pages in here that I set up, and I just love it. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful planner. I like the paper in the Agendios, and then I put a beautiful floral cover on it. And you know, we're moving into spring. I was just feeling the florals, so I pulled out all the florals I could pull out this month for April, but look how pretty that one is. That's one of my favorite of the Lime Life covers, and they have some really pretty florals too that I don't own, but this is one I have that is just one of my favorite planner covers, so just beautiful. I had this on a journal in my nightstand for a long, long time. Just really like that cover. So yeah, Agendio, love my wellness. I started it in March because that's when this one started, and I'm hooked. I love it. I think it's a great, great planner. And FedEx is here, probably with dog food. Yep, it was dog food for Cloudlet. So I started purchasing dog related things from Chewy.com. We never used that website for our other dogs in the past. I don't know if it was a thing way back in the day, but they had a really good coupon, and they also do like a subscribe and save. So I'm ordering the dog food from them. This is my first time ordering from them. I will review them at some point, but I think I have a referral coupon. I'll leave it down below for you guys, but the dog food came lightning speed, which was great. I was worried that with the subscribe and save thing that it would take like a week to ship. It shipped like the same day or next day, and then it arrived like 2 days later. So it was really, really fast. So far, really impressed with it. Anyway, moving back into planning, I have one more daily planner that I'll throw in the rotation because I used this a couple of days when we traveled, and it was really perfect for that. I ended up showing this in a plan with me, but this is just an Erin Condren Daily Duo, and it is in the Flora, which is beautiful. I have the Flora cover on it, and I use it, you know, like normal, do some time blocking, do some to-do listing. I've used it quite a bit in here. And then the page just looks like that. It's just a plain page. I used it when we went to a dance competition. I ended up flying solo because Johnny had to go to Papa's funeral, and I was flying solo, so I used it for those days because there were quite a few things over those days that had to get done. And then I used it for our travel days too. We went to San Antonio for 3 days, and I used it to like outline what time her dances were, what time her call times were, all that stuff, and just ripped the pages out, cut off the little frilly ends, and then stuck them into a notebook and took them with me to San Antonio. So I had the time blocks and the to-do list stuff all ready to go, and I really, really liked it for that. But I just like this as a daily page. If I just feel like doing a daily page, I can repurpose any of this. This is from 2022, but the date, like I always cover up the calendar, so that's not a big deal, but the number weekday stuff is it. It just says Wednesday 26. So I could use that for any Wednesday that's the 26th, or I can put stickers over the weekday or the number day and then just cover up the calendar because I never use those calendars anyway. And I could totally repurpose this as needed. And I do that sometimes. If I need a daily page, I just repurpose those. The daily pages are super easy to use old ones and just cover up the thing you need to cover up and reuse them. So that's going to be in the lineup too. If I need a daily page, we will be traveling one weekend out of this month for sure for a dance competition. So again, I'll time block everything out on the schedule so I have all the times for her dances and her call times and rehearsals and whatever happens. I have them all written out, and also like hotel check-in and check-out times, things like that will go in that book. So it was really, really helpful for that. Before we get into my tried and trues that I've been using all year long, I have one more thing that kind of dropped off, and I'm going to try to get it back in to the rotation in April. It's the Power Sheets. I mentioned this in my goals video, but I did not use this for March at all. I don't even know if I filled it out for March, honestly. I think, yeah, I filled it out for February, Didn't even touch it for March. Like, empty March pending list page, totally empty. I'm gonna try to fill it out for April. I've got a couple more days until April goals start, so I can fill this one out, but I think it's a beautiful planner. I don't know, it's too much with both planners going on that I just don't think to use both of them when I'm just like in that survival mode type of mode. I just don't grab for this one. So I'm gonna really try to fill it out, give it an honest try in April again. You guys know the Makselife is it for me, but I know the PowerSheets helps a lot of people. So I really want to give it an honest shake and tell you guys the ins and outs of what I've discovered by using both of them. So anyway, going along with that, goal planner, Makselife planner, trying to fill this out every single week. I write in my goal wins, and I also use the habit tracker in here, and also for the actual weekly goal setting pages, I fill out those and the weekly reflections. This is a future month, but that's what it looks like. You write out your answers to the questions, you write out your goals in the 8 categories, and I've loved this one. I used it most of the way through last year and all the way through this year so far, and really, really like that. So that's a tried and true for me. Also, going along with that, another planner I've touched practically every day. I did not take it with us to San Antonio, but I have used it every other day. It is just a little common planner. This is from Sterling Ink, and I love this thing. I ended up ordering the A5 sizes so that I could test them out and review them as well, but they're just A5 sized of the same thing, but undated, whereas this is a dated planner, and I love it. This is half year, and I'm gonna try to fill out this entire thing, and it's just my happy sticker place, and I love it so much. So I use this every day, except of course those traveling days. Another planner that's been really helpful is my Ashley Shelley budget notebook, and this is a teeny tiny one. It just fits in folders if I wanna have it in with my other regular planners, so I can write down what I personally spend. I don't write down like groceries and all that other stuff. This is just my own personal spending, which I call my allowance. I allow myself this money to just blow on whatever I want, and everything else goes in a budget app, and we use the Buddy app. It's just Buddy, and that's the app we chose to keep track of our family budget. It's great because he can enter stuff and I can enter stuff, and we just use the app for our day-to-day type spending. Aside from my allowance also goes in here, so it's easier for me to track, and it feels more painful like writing it out and seeing how much money I have left. It's just helped me rein it in quite a bit as far as my own personal budget goes. And now my last but not least planner that's a tried and true is my Golden Coil. I did not see this one coming. You guys know I fell head over heels for my Golden Coil. This is just my content planner, and I have since seen some other planners with very similar layouts. Let me flip to a future page. So I'm not showing you guys any future content, but this page just has a grid up at the top, and it's hard with my lights. Hopefully you guys can see. There's a grid up at the top with the days of the week, and then 2 to-do lists. I do to film videos, to edit videos on these lists so I can keep track of what's in the works. Also, I see the schedule, and then I can plan out the future schedule on future weeks. And then the next page is just a dot grid, so I can write out video notes and outlines and ideas, top lists, favorites list, all those kind of things go on this other page as far as like ideas and chicken scratch and outlining my videos. And it's just worked out really well. But since seeing this, I have seen similar planners, that's a tongue twister, that have very similar layouts to this. So I may in the future try out something different for a content planner now that I know this kind of layout works really nicely for me. Because this one is pricey, guys. This one's one of my most expensive planners, and it's just a content planner. So I feel like I don't need like the best of the best. I don't need the most luxurious paper and that type of thing. And I added a ton of add-ons into here, have not used hardly any of them. So it's just kind of a waste to like get this really, really fancy planner for content planning. So I don't know that I'm gonna purchase one of these for next year because the price is just so steep for it. I wanna see if I can get away with something that's a little bit cheaper of a planner, but it's just so pretty. I may just splurge for it because it's helped me all year long. I use this thing multiple times a week, maybe not every day, but multiple times a week. I'm writing out video ideas or planning out videos to film. I go down when I'm editing, I look down my to edit list and see what's on the little like grid schedule. So I have everything outlined and ready to go. And I've got the tabs on here like videos that are going to come up, this week's videos, next week's videos. So I have the 3 tabs going, and then this one's gonna flip to the next week, and then it'll be up here again. I like started it up here, they slowly work their way down, and then they start back up at the top. I'm just in love with it. I love it so much. I do not have a coupon for them. They do sales for Black Friday, and I think Mother's Day is their other sale. So there might be one sale coming up on Mother's Day. So definitely check them out if you're interested in like a really really fancy pants planner. I feel like this one's like a step up. It's very fancy, very customizable, and I thought I wasn't gonna like it as much as I do, but it's like so good. It's just such a good planner. Anyway, the last planner I'm gonna mention, just kind of like a side mention, I did get a full year common planner from Sterling Ink for Japanese practice, but I didn't use it any for March, so I'm gonna try to use it more in April. Like, I wrote out lots of Japanese practice and stuff. I'm gonna really try to work on that. That's part of my goals for April, is to try to work on Japanese writing, and I'll use this one for that. So it's kind of in the mix too, but it's not really a legit like planner stack that I'm using for planning. It's just for Japanese writing. That is all the planner talk I have for you guys today. I hope you guys liked my planner stack. I'll leave discount codes, coupon codes, referral links, affiliate links, detailed walkthrough videos down below for you guys for all of the planners mentioned today. I know I threw a lot at you guys, but definitely check the description box. I'll have them all outlined down there so you can find what info you need. And if you use any of my links, I really appreciate it. It helps me support this channel, so I really appreciate when you guys use those links. It doesn't change anything on your end, but it really helps me out, so I appreciate that. And that's it. That's all I've got for you guys today. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite planner has been so far. We're already into Q2 now, and I would love to know what planner is just hitting the right spot. I have got quite a few. You guys know I raved about some of these. I have quite a few that are really like in my top list so far for this year. I will probably do a Q1 favorites video of some sort. I don't know that it's only gonna be planners, but it will definitely have some planners in it. And yeah, that's it. Be sure to like, subscribe so you can follow me along, and I will catch you next time. I hope you have a happy start to April. Bye guys.